Alright, it's time for you guys to tell me how great D.D is and how funny and charming and cute she is, because I know y'all love D.D. Y'all love sister characters, and you always love the character I don't seem to like, which is D.D. I'm not saying D.D is like a bad person or anything, just, I don't know, not my typical romance interest type of character, maybe because I don't like blondes, who knows. Anyways, we're going to be going down her route today, so I need to go back to the first choice we make in the shared route, which is go with D.D and Makoto or go with Michiru and Misaki. We're going to choose the other one that we have not done yet. Let's go to do that. Alright, I need to text someone real quick, so give me a second. While you're waiting, you guys can get ready to leave. I acted like it was no big deal, but I was actually a bit nervous about hanging out with them.
Hi!
Yeah, I would be too. You got her, who always seems to blurt out something at the wrong time. And then you got Makoto, who is kind of scary in actuality. But I still find her attractive. So we won't strike her down for that. As D.D left to get her bag, Makoto gave me a sly smile and went back to her seat. There was a deeper meaning behind that smile. I'm not completely oblivious, so I could tell that she liked me. Now then, I needed to at least respond to that text. Got other plans right now, so I'm gonna have to decline, sorry. I typed a one-line response, then just stared at it without pressing send. Even if it was my answer, the thought occurred that I was really living the lap of luxury if I could turn down two beautiful women like Michiru and Misaki. Wait, one of them is my own sister. I think how he just thinks of that now. Here goes, be a man, Ray. Reaching my final decision, I pressed the send button. The phone sent the text message with a practical efficiency that seemed to say, I don't give a toss what you decide. Jeez. Not being indecisive about things like this is such a pain in the ass. Well, I'm excited. We're moving on to like a new kind of dialogue. We got some more things we're going to do in the shared route here. Oh gosh. D.D latched onto my arm, just like Michiru always said when we were walking to school in the morning. Though, Michiru wouldn't press her chest into my arm. You sure about that? That's probably because you've been glued to Michiru lately. Well, about that, she's gotten into her head that if you spend too much time with me, then we'll all die together or something. What? The phrase naturally seemed to escape her as she cocked her head in confusion. Oh, ooh, Makoto a little jealous, okay. Personally, I'm okay with this. My man, of course you are. Let's go. We're finally out of the little sister route. We can start hanging out with all the other girls. It's exciting. I love it. Makoto pouted and averted her eyes. Is that a hint of jealousy she showed just now? I don't know. You guys invited me. We could play house. Please, no, not again. No, I'm gonna shoot this idea down before we get into it. Yes, it does, Makoto. I'm so glad I did Michiru's route and then did this, because it all ties together. Or maybe Mahjong. That's Chinese, isn't it? Would you rather play strip Mahjong? There we go, my guy. There we go. Let's go. What do you guys do in your house? Hold up. I had no expectation that they'd actually want to play house or mahjong. Since D.D was a guest of mine in a way, I turned to her. D.D, is there anywhere particular you want to go? You just go where I or your friends would take you. D.D seemed to be pondering it over as she responded. She took a glance around her surroundings. What's by school? There's a flower field, there's the mall, and there's the park. Those are the only places we go to. So, your pick. Oh yes, there's the beach. D.D being the type to go along with suggestions on the spot dragged me along to the beach. The sand's probably hot as hell right now. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. It's summer for ya. Dang, we get a beach episode with D.D right away? Okay, maybe I was wrong about her route, guys. Maybe I was wrong, okay? Maybe this route's pretty top tier. I just need to give it some time. Passing by the monorail station on our way out of school and walking down the embankment, we soon came across the beach.
わー、モノレールからも見えていましたが、日本の海はブルーで綺麗ですね。
The UK has the North Sea, doesn't
日
it?
本海も渋いけどね。
Yeah, I grew up around a beach that was pretty cold. I mean, I wasn't like that close to the beach. I was like a couple hours away.
海の青さも感動的ですが、こんなに気持ちよくスカイが晴れることも少ないです。
I do actually know what Sora is because I feel like Sora is a very common kind of Japanese name. I think of No Game No Life when I think of Sora, though.
イギリス人は一日に何度も天気予報を確認するっていうね。
Yeah, I've heard the weather there is not too great. If you are British, please confirm if that's true.
晴れが恋しいのです。
I don't know too many British people though. I can't say that I do. We're always for want of nice weather. That reminds me of you guys been getting along lately. Lately, Makoto has been spending her time with me after school, but she was acting like she'd gotten to know D.D a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to figure out whether two girls are friends or not. That is true. Though D.D's answer cleared up my doubts right
誠
away.
さんは授業やスクールのライフについてよく教えてくれます。Thank you なのです。
Gosh, I gotta get used to hearing the English mixed in here. So we got Gakko Jinsei, which was school life, right? And then Arigatai? I've never seen it spelled that way, so I'm a little bit confused by that one. That's something to do with thank you, right? Like, because I know arigato, but I don't know arigatai.
そんな感謝なんていらないよ。困った時はお互い様だもん。
I see. So Makoto wasn't hanging out with her after school, but rather helping her in more practical ways. The sense of obligation was definitely befitting of the Makoto I knew. D.D, aren't you getting hot from clinging to me? Felt pretty nice, but it was definitely getting a little too hot for comfort.
暑いですが、なんだか離れづらくて。どうしちゃったの？ご主人様と話をするのが久しぶりで、こうしてるのがハッピーだからでしょうね。
Okay, so I need to start making predictions about what I think DD's route's going to be. I notice y'all like when I make predictions. You like when I make a prediction in the start, in the middle, and the end. You know, you like when I kind of update you on my thoughts. So let's do that. My initial thoughts of the route. Well, this is still in the shared route, but of what I think her route's going to be before I get into it. It kind of sounds like she's kind of missed Ray. Like maybe she had a really strong connection with Ray, hasn't really gotten to explore that in a while, and is now kind of excited that she's able to. I wonder if it's going to be kind of a scenario where DD was bullied or something like that, and Ray kind of like stood up to the bully. Maybe he didn't even win against the bully, but he kind of proved the point and tried to like be her shining knight. Just kind of from what we've heard in the past. I'm going to guess something along those lines. Like I said, could be absolutely wrong. That's just my initial guess of what's going to happen. So I think they're going to get pretty close in that sense. They're going to kind of rekindle what they had in the past. If they did have something. I'd say that's a perfect assessment of her true feelings.
海外の人だからなのかな。
Makoto Jonuchi, the poster girl for traditional Japanese values, evidently disapproved of this kind of physical contact. And for some reason I didn't understand, she then put her hand on her own chest. It was like she was thinking, if I were clinging to him like that, wouldn't my chest be touching him? Probably. Your chest is bigger, so you wouldn't even need to get as close. In all honesty, unlike when Mitru would do this, I could hardly feel DD's chest in my arm. Why are they saying that her chest is small? That looks pretty darn big to me. I mean, it's not like hers. Like, look at her massive honkers. But I'm talking about DD. DD's got a respectable chest size. She's a small girl, so, I mean, she doesn't really need a huge rack. Then DD suddenly let go of me without any pretense. I watched as she circled around in an utterly oblivious Makoto. Yeah, what is she doing? She's just hiding back there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we're into this type of game. It happened so quickly I could barely believe it. DD's face remained stony. She grabbed Makoto by the chest. Oh, boy. Wait, this is an important distinction to make, so let me rephrase that. It wasn't just her chest. It was her tits. I like it. DD's fingers dug into the flesh of Makoto's soft, ample bazongas. Those Konomahungarus. Gosh, I love that video so much. If y'all know this new anime plot, if you know that video, you are a real one. I love that video. It's just so funny. Michiru's might be larger in terms of sheer size, but Makoto would be the clear victor when judging on shape and perkiness. Yeah, I would be like, what the hell, too? And I like how D.D's just studying them so closely, like, Surprise and embarrassment written all over Makoto's face as she screeched hysterically. Subarashi. Hey, given those words of genuine praise, it can help but retort. What the hell are you eating? Oh boy, this is how they get away with not putting the 8 scenes in the route. They put a scene in like this. As D.D rubbed and massaged her breast, Makoto's moaning and turned on an air that wasn't one of pain or humiliation. Yes, that's good. Keep that in. No, Ray! Ray, you're so bad. Oh my. If I try to pull her off you, then my hands will obviously have to touch your breast. Honestly though, Makoto's kind of cute when she's embarrassed. I could do without the breast grabbing right now, but she's kind of cute when she's like that. Can you not moan in between every word? D.D's got ideas. She's like, I'm gonna use these for future reference or something. Suddenly, Makoto furrowed her brow, and then she's gonna hit her. Makoto's face suddenly became devoid of expression. Oh crap, I don't like where this is going. The thought instantly occurred to me that I needed to put a stop to this, but... Alright, there's the Makoto we love and know. I was a second too slow. Gosh, I love characters that can do this just at a snap of a finger. Okay. Makoto? Your ID is showing. Makoto immediately clammed up and D.D was still frozen in place with shock. Of course it wasn't a situation where you couldn't just deny it happened. I could have used my pocket watch to mend the situation a little better. But things were getting interesting, so I wanted to see a little bit more. Oh, poor Makoto. Been sexually harassed by her friend. All the power went out of D.D's arms, giving the crying girl a chance to escape from that little massage. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, a massage. It was just your imagination. Interesting. Even while Makoto was trying to change the subject, D.D was so curious that she couldn't help but continue to press it. Yeah, she's suffering trauma. I wonder myself, since this whole charade was related to Makoto's secret, I couldn't answer her question. Let's do it. I like it. I don't know, I considered just skipping D.D's route. I was like, dang, I want to get to Makoto's route. I want to get to Crow's route. I want to get to freaking Miyu's route. I was like, should I just skip over D.D? I don't even care about D.D that much. I mean, I do and I don't. I'm not saying I'm not willing to play her route. Like, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to make it a good time. But I was like, dang, I just want to get onto some of these other routes. I don't know. I have to do these eventually, though. I think this will be a fun time if she's just going to go around sexually harassing everybody. I feel like I'm playing Hello Lady again. Hey, are you out of your damn mind? I get it why you're panicking and all here, but given the circumstances, I think you can trust her to keep your little secret. If we leave D.D in the dark about it, she might end up asking around about Makoto at school. Gosh, she's about to go Super Saiyan 3. Even kind of looks like the beach where he did it, too. I don't blame her for hesitating there. Makoto thought about it for quite a while, and then she gave a deep sigh. You're cool with it. Well then, D.D, do you know about the Yakuza? Makoto's family is the Yakuza sect in this town, so Makoto's basically a gangster's daughter. D.D cocked her head to the side, unable to understand right away. I really need to put a hat in here. I need to start wearing a hat and then putting it on whenever I want to call cap on something. Someone will probably watch this video in 10 years. That poor unfortunate soul. Why would you watch my videos? And especially 10 years from now. They're probably going to watch it and be like, what the heck does cap mean? What is that? It's going to be like so outdated by then. Makoto being a gangster's daughter is basically the little secret she doesn't want to tell anyone else about. If telling her about this was going to make her afraid of Makoto, I was prepared to smash my pocket watch and undo it all. I'm so glad we can use the pocket watch again. It kind of sucked in Michiru's route. Like, the pocket watch kind of just did, like, a big thing, and then we didn't get to see it after that. Besides, it's repairing itself, of course. I mean, we just didn't get to see him using it to rewind things. I wish we could have had more of that in her route. However, D.D's reaction was completely different from what we expected. D.D let out a joyful cheer. Ah, that's what you react to. You know, I could believe that, I guess. Isn't British chivalry more like Bushido? I don't think it refers to gangsters over there. Okay. Are all the girls I know tragic sufferers of a stupid virus or something? Wow, okay, how mean. Don't worry. D.D pounded her chest, which seemed lacking in comparison to Makoto's with her fist. Once again, I need the hat here. You always spell out every one of Ray's secrets. Oh, funny that it took you less than a minute to blurt out the secret I wanted you to keep. That's not how I remembered it. Oh boy, I didn't see this coming. D.D actually wants to hear about Makoto's Yakuza life. That was a plot twist I did not see. So what do I do now? I raised my hand and asked since it seemed like it was going to be a very weird extracurricular lesson. You know what would make D.D's route, like, so great to me? Is if D.D was actually, like, not, like, this kind of ditzy girl and she acted, like, all serious. That would make it better for me. I get the feeling she'd have some really crazy stories, so I think I'll have to decline. Unlike D.D, who would eventually have to return to her home country, Makoto and I were permanent residents of this city. Hey, that just sounds kind of depressing. Even if I put aside my romantic prospects, it would be sad if I was the only one left out. Gladly. Walked off to the side to put distance between me and them and thought back on everything. Then I picked up a stick and started digging in the sand with it. While Makoto and D.D were happily chatting away about Chivalry and the Yakuza, I decided to build myself a sandcastle. The only sensible thing to do here. Soon the sun began to set. I finished my magnificently decorated 3-story castle. Wow, okay. You must have been there for a while.
たくさん聞けました。
Returning home after we parted ways with Makoto, D.D started waxing lyrical about what they
ご主
talked
人
about.
様も誠さんの興味深い話を拝聴すればよかったのに。
Even if I could turn back time, I wouldn't change my decision. D.D suddenly let out an inopportune sigh. What's wrong?
Sorry. 少しはしゃぎすぎて疲れましたね。
Yeah, I mean, it has been a pretty cool day, huh? We got to go to the beach, and you guys just talked to the Yakuza the entire time. Are you okay? Here. Even if she said she was okay, I still held out my hand for all the same.
優しいです。
Mitra would say I'm too reckless. I held Dee Dee's hand as we slowly walked home. Her gait was slower than usual. I like how she's bouncing up and down. Are you really okay?
Hi.
If it's too hard to walk, then you should just say so.
Hi.
I don't feel like they really did this in any of the other routes, where they kind of had the sprite bounce back and forth, like, you know, they're kind of bobbing like they're walking. I don't know. They never did that. I wonder why. You're just giving me the same answer again and
イ
again.
ギリスでは最高位のひねくり者と名高い私です。
Really? That totally surprises me. Wow, that's crazy. I would have never thought. You a troublemaker now? Can't tell if you're an honest girl or just a liar.
おや、ご両人。
Another voice joined in. Crow, how are you? As I wondered where she was at now, Crow descended from the sky before us. Are you headed home too, Crow?
別にお主の家が住処ではないのだがな。
Sure it is. I mean, I live there, and you have to follow me around, so... Don't say that, that's too sad.
ご主人も我が輩がいなければ寂しいのか。
I mean, yeah, duh. I mean, we have one less beautiful girl to feast my eyes on.
ドアホ。
At that moment, I noticed that D.D, who could supposedly see Crow as well, was being strangely quiet. D.D muttered as she stared at Crow. It was easy to tell where she was looking. Her gaze was focused on the same places as me. In other words, Crow's breast, her neck, and the outline of her shoulders. Oh, boy. After all, there's no contradicting human instincts.
やはりご主人様も胸が大きな子がラブなのでしょうか。
Bristles. I haven't heard that term before. How do you expect me to answer a question like that
重要
anyways?
なことですから。
How do I put this? I scratched my head. Well, I guess you could say that big and small ones both have their advantages.
そうですか。
She's excited about that. She's like, oh, you actually do like small ones. Okay. I mean, let's go over the facts here. Bigger ones, more to hold, okay? So that's a pretty strong advantage, okay? But smaller ones mean less back problems. So, I mean, long-term, smaller ones are probably better. But I think we could reach a compromise of where they're big enough, but they don't cause enough back pain to be a nuisance. We're gonna have to do the science, boys. We're gonna have to start our study on this one. Did he finally exhaled a deep sigh as if a massive weight of anxiety had been lifted from her heart?
というか、お主らの会話は心底頭が悪いと思うぞ。
Yeah, probably. I mean, it seems like Dee Dee's self-worth to us is determined by her breast size, and she was worried about it. And she found out that wasn't the case. The outsider speaks. Hell, I dare say that she might be right about that. Now my head
風
hurts.
邪ですか？
No, I'm okay. Just like a headache, and one caused by idiocy, no less. I feel like this should not be the first time he's getting a headache over this. If he's really prone to headaches from stupidity, he should have been getting that this entire game.
今日はゆっくりお風呂に入ってのんびりのんびりですね。
Oh boy, you already know there's a DD scene where she gets in the bath with him. Like, here, I'll scrub your back. You already know. So I just wanted to DD. I noticed that Crow was staring at me.
そろそろか。
Crow's murmured words were clearly implying something. What are you up to? Makoto, Michiru, Misaki, and D.D. They're all such lovely ladies, so it really is difficult, but I need to decide who to confess to. I can't even confess to best girl, who's right here. I want to confess to Crow. And then the next dilemma, best one out of two. I know, I'm so excited for Crow's Route. It's gonna be so good. I just feel like it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a lot different. So I'm like, how is that gonna work, you know? I just want to see it. I'm so excited that there is a Crow Route. When you guys told me that near the start of the game, I was so pumped. I was like, let's freaking go. Yes. Well, we kind of had a kid together, and then we magically forgot that happened. Those are Michiru's words to me as she held my hand, just as I've been mulling over how she hadn't asked me to accompany her to school like this in a while. I really hope towards the end of the game they pull a plot twist like, oh yeah, here's all your memories back from every route you've done up until that point, because you have to do the 4 kind of main girls besides Miu before you can even do Crow's Route. So they could pull a twist like that. They could pull like, oh yeah, actually this is all canon, but the watch like has rewinded when you kind of have your happy end or whatever, so you get to redo it. I really hope they do that. That would be so hype, but I don't know if they will. You mean about us going to school together? Well, we hardly have any chances to do this in the past 2 or 3 days. It was only a few days, but the deviation from our usual routine was quite sizable. Until recently, wherever I would go, Michiru was with me. I feel like D.D's character is just trying to subtly teach me some Japanese. Like, Gakko is school. Now I know that. I didn't know that before. She just keeps saying it, so I'm picking up on it. Or she just really doesn't know how to say school herself. D.D gave me a tepid stare, completely oblivious to our sentimental bonding as siblings. That's right, Michiru, let's get going. I tried to pull her hand along, but she didn't budge from where she stood. Michiru? Michiru did not respond, instead glancing slightly off to the side where D.D stood. D.D immediately left without a hint of inquisition. Haven't we talked about this before? Michiru said with a sigh. I mean, I feel like that's what a good maid should do, yes. I don't think that's exactly right. What Michiru is trying to do anyway, D.D is only an overseas guest here for a homestay. I mean, I think in the sense of a maid, yes, a maid would obey their master's orders, right? But yeah, I guess Michiru's trying to say like she's not really our full-time maid or anything. She just kind of does it for fun. Anyways, there's something you wanted to talk about. I have nothing to say to you. I can date whoever I want, woman. Me? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that your route is over, and you won't get no more love from me. So that's what it was. I would hesitate to tell anyone else, but I didn't want to hide things from Michiru. I looked Michiru in the eye sincerely. I've been thinking about getting a girlfriend, seriously thinking about it. Okay, we didn't help Miu out just to get with her, okay? Let's make that clear, Michiru, before we have any more misunderstandings. I'm not gonna completely ignore you, but if I do get a girlfriend, then I might have to prioritize spending time with her instead of you. Okay, you're being surprisingly understanding. What's going on here? All right with you? Yeah. Well, maybe it would have been kind of cute. Michiru finally managed to show me a weak smile. Sorry, Michiru. Yeah, you should be happy for me. You had your time, okay? I gave you a whole entire route. I dedicated videos to solely you, okay? So you got some time. Michiru spun her parasol round and around. Wow, okay. Okay, wow, okay. They're shaming me for not choosing Michiru's route again. Hi! How's it going, Shuji? Every time we had a break in class, I would catch Shuji glancing sideways at me while mumbling under his breath. What is it? No, I don't know what it is. You tell me. Tell me right now. Knew too well what Shuji was insinuating. I don't know. What is he insinuating? Oh no, D.D, why are you here again? Just because I'm doing your route doesn't mean you have to show up. Every time we had a break in class, D.D would transfer my seat and cling to my arm. Even if she was a subject of my classmates' interest, they, like Makoto, still saw things through the lens of their own special more. Or special. Why did I say special? There's no P in there. Social mores. These energetic approaches of hers made them stare at me so hard I could feel it. D.D, I've already asked you not to be this clingy with me while we're in class. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I like how he just says it. Hey, I wasn't the one grabbing boobs at the beach, okay? I want you to know that. I wasn't doing it. Sorry, I got lost in the music there. Was there dialogue on the screen? Sorry, I didn't see it. Don't push the conversation. You're gonna make me look even worse. What? Hey, Shoji, get my back here. Why are you such a mean friend? Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Ray. Well, I did tell D.D I liked them small too, but I didn't expect her to get so attached to me after that. Did I do something wrong? Not only that. I know, we pissed off Makoto. That's the worst part about all this. In addition to D.D's own change of personality, Makoto also started coming over to my desk during breaks. Oh, I probably shouldn't skip her dialogue either. That's bad of me. D.D, I think maybe you shouldn't be doing things like that a little faster. I agree. I do agree. Yes, but I think it actually bothers her more than me. I can't really move like this, but it feels nice. My man. Dang, she looks pissed. For some reason, Makoto glared at me instead of D.D. Makoto certainly was more strict in her own social mores more than my other classmates, so the situation is probably intolerable to her. Yeah, what's wrong with it? It could probably use a good cleaning. Hopefully it's repaired itself by now. Why am I being treated like a punching bag here? I don't know, maybe. Why not? Why do they have to hate me? Why do I have to be the one that loses? Because she's clinging to me. I have a few things I could say right now to freaking Shuji. I could be like, where are your bitches at, huh? How come you don't got none? Huh? You hating on me because I have some women and you don't. That's what I want to tell him, but I won't. Also, I apologize. I don't like calling women that, but I just know there's that meme going around about like having no bitches. So I wanted to make a reference to it because I like memes. Oh yeah, she still thinks we're engaged. Makoto couldn't argue with that. What's going on here? Every time D.D came over to my desk, my classmates glared at us, and Makoto came over to question her intent. Considering that this happened during every single break period, I guess D.D's goal here must be... Ah, I get it. No, it's nothing. Makoto stormed back to her seat in a huff. D.D gave me her big, soulful eyes routine. I reflexively turned an icy stare. D.D, you're a little devil, you know that?
What?
I love that she says what like that. All this business about clinging to me since yesterday. This has to do with Makoto more than me, doesn't it? Oh, you're smarter than you look. D.D whispered in my ear with a mischievous smile, so that was her goal. However simple a facade she put on, at the end of the day, D.D was still a girl. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we've had a few opportunities to get to know her better and kind of get close, so makes
せっ
sense.
かくですから放課後に誠さんと二人っきりになれるようにしましょうか。
Wait, with Dee Dee still clinging to my arm, I dragged her out in the hallway. Even then, there were still too many people around. So we headed for the first floor, which usually didn't have that many students around during lunch or before or after
どうしま
class.
した？
Well, you don't really need to worry about me like
余計
that.
なお世話でしたか？
I felt compelled to give some serious thought to Dee Dee's request. What would my decision be? Alright, I don't even need a guide to tell me what this decision is. Like, do I want to be alone with Makoto or do I want to be alone with Dee Dee? I wish I could just choose Makoto right now. I really would. I really think Makoto's route's going to be interesting. Y'all told me that it kind of leads up to Crow's route, though, so I need to do it right before hers. So we'll go ahead and be with Dee Dee, I suppose. Kind of made me happy to know that a cute girl like Makoto would be jealous over me. In that sense, I did appreciate Dee Dee's offer. However, since you asked, I'd actually like to have a chance to be alone with you, Dee Dee.
What? 私とですか？
Yeah, I want to know more about you. The decision also had a certain insinuation about whether I preferred Makoto or Dee Dee, so I opted to follow my heart and choose Dee Dee.
えっと
Her answer was silent. She looked down at her feet and then she raised her gaze again to look at me.
わ
After a beat, Dee Dee realized what I meant as well. That's when I started to feel embarrassed about it too. Well, I mean, you came all the way from the UK just to see me, didn't you? Not to mention that fiancé stuff. I made an effort to control my breathing, trying to disperse the heat of anxiety which was starting to simmer. When you first came right out and said you were my prospective fiancé, of course I was a little confused. But now, since I spent more time with you, I've been thinking you're pretty cute and interesting to boot. And being able to have a fiancé like Dee Dee would make me pretty happy. That's why I want to get to know you better.
おお
And I think I'd like to try going out with you. Wow, okay, so this is just... They're just trying to jump straight into this. Okay. That's gonna be interesting. Are we technically... Okay, we are in Dee Dee. Okay, we're in Dee Dee, but not in Dee Dee. That's not what I meant. Somebody out there thought dirty. I know you did. Said it all at once so that I wouldn't look so nervous.
つまりご主人様は許嫁のプロミスを果たしたいというのですか？
Yes. Well, I can't say I thought that far ahead, but what do you mean, no? Even as I tried to reassure Dee Dee, she yelled at the top of her
突然ご
lungs.
主人様が照れました。これは何のドッキリですか？
I can't take her seriously when she's talking Japanese and I'm reading what she's saying and she's talking about taking a piss here, mate.
もしかしてどこかでビデオ撮影してますか？
There's no one else here. Cool it. I bonked Dee Dee on the head, causing her to let out an amusing yelp.
しかしですね、
Wow, that's
ご主人
domestic
様
violence.
突然こんなところでそんなこと言われたら私もパニックになりますよ。
I mean, I feel like we kind of meant it, but sure. Okay. Dee Dee's panicking seemed to cause noticeable changes in the way she spoke. Having a blonde girl in a maid outfit wake up one morning and say she was my fiancé had me in quite a panic too, you know?
ああ、それを言われるとお互い様という気がしてきます。
I guess so. Now that I look back on it, though, that was pretty funny. When she showed up in my class after that, too, it was really confusing at first, but in retrospect, I couldn't help but laugh about it. Also, I'm really happy that you're my fiancé, but wouldn't it be a bit weird if we started dating right away just because we're engaged?
What?
The only reason we're supposedly engaged is because of the decision that our grandparents made without ever asking us. Ooh, are we gonna learn more about them? I did kind of wonder about that before, like if we're gonna kind of figure out, cause the fact that their grandfathers know each other and about the watch and stuff, I feel like there's gonna be some kind of thing going on. And then she can see Crow. That was what I was talking about. Okay, I was trying to remember that conversation I had. I don't remember which video it was. I talked about how she could already see Crow, like she already knew Crow was there. So maybe she's already touched the watch before, and maybe had some interaction with it. I don't know. Should be interesting. I want to know if they're gonna build on that at all. I didn't want someone else to decide this for us. I want you and me to start over from scratch. Like we're right here in front of each other now, after all.
なるほど。では、恋人同士の体験版をプレイですか？
Come on, let's not be facetious about it. I had already learned things the hard way from Miu. Well, we can start by building a relationship that suits the two of us. I expected Didi to be overjoyed, but instead she cocked her head to the side slightly.
ちなみにですけど、ご主人様は言い名付けをキャンセルしますか？ああ、別にご主人様のトークしたことに反対ではないですけど。
Something wrong?
ただ、私にはあんまり時間が残っていないので。
I don't know, you better not tell me you're dying.
スタートラインが遠いと難しいこともあります。
Oh, I see, you're only here as an exchange student after all. Didi gave me a wordless smile. Seeing her smiling face gave me the illusion that she would be here by my side forever, but if we took too long to build our relationship, then she would have to return to England, would come sooner rather than later. I might have asked you about this before, but how long are you going to be in Japan?
夏休みが終わるまではいます。それから先はまだ決めてませんね。
I see. In that case, I'll give you a clear answer before then. When I told her that, Didi's smile became ambivalent, as she was troubled about something, and also flattered to hear me say
ご
it.
主人様のお返事、楽しみに待ってますね。
This is giving me Misaki route vibes. Something seemed off. I had a gut feeling that something was different about Didi's smile. Whatever it was, I couldn't put my finger on it.
ご主人様？
No, it's nothing. Yeah. Should we head back to the classroom
そろ
then?
そろ休み時間もフィニッシュしちゃいますしね。
Didi laughed it off just as usual. It must have been my imagination after all. Well, come what may, in spite of that strange progression of events, I managed to tell her how I felt. As I walked back to class, I took a glimpse out the window. This is where it all began. One small step for me.
結局、レイ君と DD さんは付き合うことにしたの？
I like how everyone just assumes that's what we were doing. After I returned to the classroom, Makoto gave me quite a shock by calling out to me straight away.
いや、
見てれば十分わかるし。
Okay. Once again, terrible at keeping secrets, no matter what she says. Makoto and Shuji's words, along with the way Didi laughed like that, caused all my other classmates to glare daggers at me. To be fair, it's my own fault for suddenly dragging Didi out of the classroom and confessing my feelings to her like that. If people start spreading rumors about me, I've only myself to blame. Let's just say we'll see what happens next. I admitted the specifics, but didn't completely deny anything happened either.
よかったな、サンズイ。
いろいろと思うところはあるけど、仕方ないか。おめでとう、DD さん。
Good grief. Well, at least they gave us their blessing. That's the second small step taken. Well, that was cute. Quite the interesting introduction. We're kind of like confessing to her right away, but we're like, hey, we don't have that much time. I don't know. Yeah, it just reminds me of Misaki's route where we had like this deadline that we needed to like confess to her and do it around that time. I wonder when he's gonna confess. If he's gonna do it sooner or later. Well, it sounded like he kind of already did confess. Like that kind of was a confession, but he's like, I want to restart. I think he wants to kind of build up the relationship again and then like do like a real confession. Like, oh, actually I am in love with you now. I'm not just in love with you because we had a promise that hardly even remember. As soon as school let out, I got surrounded by my other male friends who were pretty much forced all the other details out of me. Didi got dragged off by some other girls with an earful of dirt too. Well, I can understand why at least. It was evening by the time I got home, and the time I'd eaten dinner and returned to my room, darkness had fallen. I would say, Michiru's route and Didi's route are both going to be kind of interesting because there's somebody we live with. So that's going to be a little bit different versus Misaki, who we kind of only saw at school, or she would come over. We're not around them all the time, so I have a feeling we're going to have more kind of these late night conversations when we're home from school, and we can just kind of be more alone, even though Michiru will probably be around. We'll see how that goes. Michiru's going to be a little bit nosy in this relationship, that's for sure. Threw my barely started homework onto my desk with a sigh. Even if I said we'll see what happens next, I was still feeling nervous about where our relationship would actually go. Logically, not being preoccupied with thoughts of Didi would let me be more productive. Nevertheless, I couldn't help but feel giddy about the whole situation. Ever since I realized how I felt about her, Didi had been on my mind front and center the entire day. She's living in the same house as me, I wonder. Unlike when I was infatuated with Miu, I could easily go over and talk to Didi at night if I really wanted to. As time went on, the urge to actually do that became harder and harder to resist. Is this love? God only knows. The anxiety I was soaking in didn't give me that impression. Is Dee Dee still doing her maid work right now? It was around this time of day when they would be on final cleanup duty in the kitchen after dinner had been served. According to what I'd heard from Mitra and the other maids, Dee Dee evidently spent much of her time in the main building diligently working away. I never paid that much attention to it before. I never even knew what kind of specific work she did. That was another thing about Dee Dee I wanted to know. What should I do? While mulling it over, I twiddled my pen between my fingers restlessly. I did want to talk to Dee Dee after all. Would I get in the way of her work? Even so, the thought just seemed to be my embarrassment doing the talking. Gosh, sorry, my chair, like, did that thing where it, like, loses air and just kind of makes me fall. Ugh, that scared me. I need a new chair. One day. Well, I can worry about that after I go see her. If she were busy, I could just say hi and be off. But if she weren't, I'd be happy. There was no more reason for me not to walk the walk. I put down my pen and stood up. Alright, let's go. Wow, okay, we're just bumping into each other. The instant I left my room, I found the person I've been lost in thought of the whole time standing in front of me. You scared me. Running into each other like this was quite a surprise, so we had to take a moment and calm down. Dee Dee was still in her maid uniform. Oh, are you still working right now? Oh good, I'm glad you're finished. Yes. I mean, not exactly. I've had just been a little bit concerned about you. That's not it either. The master of the house inspecting his maids? Somehow I felt a little aroused. Oh my gosh, my guy, that's not what she means. Actually, I was thinking we could just have a chat. Oh yeah, I think she's into games, right? Playing a game with the master. That phrase sounded ripe with insinuation too. Damn it, get a grip, Bray. Then why don't you change out of your maid uniform first? You're working even harder than usual. Alright, what would you like to talk about? I could feel my pulse quicken in her response. The thought of Dee Dee working extra hard so she could have a chat with me made me happy. The thought that wanting to chat with me gave her some kind of motivation made me happy. Me too. It's fun playing games together. Oh, would you be fine with talking in my own room? I can imagine. Yeah, it doesn't feel like she gets a whole lot of free time in between, you know, doing school and maid duties. I invited Dee Dee in and took my own game console. I still felt a bit nervous around her, though I was glad that I wouldn't have to talk to her without something else to have my mind on at the same time. I'd probably be less nervous if we were playing games during the conversation. Perhaps that's why Dee Dee suggested the idea to begin with. Of course, I gotta bust out this CG again. Always gotta do these very perverted ones. Such a knife for entertaining that thought. Although neither of us fit very well into the definition of gamer, once we started playing, Dee Dee and I both ended up engrossed in the game. Oh yeah, wasn't she better at us than this game? Like, at least she was higher level. Got a little distracted last time. Well, I could have gotten distracted again this time when I tried to restrain myself. I just wanted to know more about her. I definitely didn't want her to find out I'm gawking at her panties. Shame. Not like what color she wore was all I wanted to know about her, but to be fair, it was still something I wanted to know. Regardless, I was still truly grateful for my chairless, tatami-floored room. That's quite the obscure reference. I mean, can't you just come out and call it revenge? I don't know, they look weak enough from where I'm standing. Even while I carried on with our dumb conversation, we both continued to mow down wave after wave of monsters. After a while, a simple sort of happiness from how our breathing had become synchronized. I wonder if it could be a sign that we have good chemistry. You sound pretty jovial, Dee Dee. Oh boy, I was thinking the same thing actually. Dee Dee froze up, her character followed suit and fell to the ground defeated. Well, Dee Dee seemed a little begrudging, but the corners of her lips were trembling as if she was being tickled. Well, it's nothing to come down on yourself over. Didn't you say it first? I feel like this is very similar to our conversation we had before. Yeah, I guess so. Dee being the genuine and straightforward with her affections made me hesitate bashfully. I wasn't mentally prepared for this. I hadn't had the confidence to simply accept Dee Dee's feelings as they were. I hadn't felt the right amount of commitment to deepen our bonds in these circumstances, but I guess I have to thank you for that change in me. Now things were different. I'm really thankful to have you. It's okay if it makes you happy to hear those things, alright? Really? Sorry, I keep getting calls. I keep getting people messaging me and calling me when I'm trying to record. It's very distracting. Is that supposed to be like a Mario reference? Like, what is that? That was a silly thing to agonize over. Eventually, we ended up losing ourselves in the game for over an hour, so we both agreed that a break was in order. Picking up from my conversation earlier, when I said that I have to thank you, I mean I'm thankful for a lot of little things you've done for me. Even so, you still did a lot for me. I feel like I owe you one, so I have an idea, though I guess this isn't the only reason I thought of it to begin with. Why don't the two of us go out somewhere tomorrow after school? A new thing? Yeah, I guess it is. We both hung out together around town a few times, but there wasn't any deep romantic meaning behind them. Now I'd become aware of my own fondness for DD. For now, though, just hanging out somewhere together was fine. Above all, the two of us conversing like this made my heart feel like it would leap out of my chest. It's really weird to hear her call us master, even though we're like trying to date her. DD smiled at me with a very slight air of nervousness about her. So cute. At that moment, I must have been making that kind of expression back at her. Yeah, likewise. Although you know we can't go anywhere that's too far away, right? So we might end up going somewhere around where I was showing you around the town before. No problem desu yo. Watashi wa mada mada kono town no shoshinsha desu kara ne. Doko e itte mo tanoshimeru jishin ga arimasu. Yeah, I feel like we should be able to have fun. I mean, I feel like that's when you really connect with someone, is when you can have fun doing anything. Like, you could just literally be walking around and laughing and having a good time. Like, that's when I feel like you really have a connection with somebody. Like, you can make anything fun. So, I wouldn't really want you to walk around the hot sun too much. It'd probably be hard on you. Don't worry about it. We just have to find somewhere cool to hang out. Anywhere, you say. I tried to tease her by giving her a dirty look, but then she just nodded, my little insinuation flying right over her head. Yeah, that sounds right. It was extremely apparent that those were DD's true feelings. She was very straightforward with her affections, not needing to show restraint. It's kind of embarrassing, but it made me happy all the same. So I told her my own true feelings as well. Yeah, I want to spend time with you, too. Looking into her eyes, we both nodded in agreement while blushing slightly. Oh geez, a date might be a little too much for me. Just being with DD like this is making me fall for her even more. But I still want to know more about her. And if I learn more about her, then maybe even more than I do now, let's have fun tomorrow. So they're kind of easing into this route. Not too fast, I would say. I feel like it's going, I don't know, just kind of chill. Kind of this expectation of like, hey, we're gonna not do all the information. Why is this a white screen? My eyes opened. First thing I noticed was a sweet aroma. Not just sweet, but refreshing, like the scent of apples. Oh boy. You already know what's gonna happen, guys. We already know. I also felt a warm, soft sensation on my arm. Is it gonna be DD or is it gonna be Michiru? That's the question. And that's a good question for next episode, as I'm going to end it here. This is the beginning of DD's route. I want to ease into it, just like they're doing with their relationship. And I think we'll be able to have a good time with this. I mean, like I said, I've never been a huge fan of DD, but as with every girl I've been on their route so far and that I've gotten to spend more time with, I feel like I've gotten to see new sides of them, especially in their route. I feel like they kind of have a personality switch almost. Or maybe I'm just seeing different sides of them I didn't get to see before. I don't want to say like, oh, they're just one way and then they're another, but I definitely got to see more of Misaki in her route. I got to see a more, I guess I would say mature, more calm and level-headed. And then with Mitru, I got to see sides of her where she's not constantly fawning over us and just trying to build a genuine relationship. And I hope we can do something along those lines with DD. I can see a more serious side of her. We can build a more serious relationship and see how that goes. So that's kind of my expectations for the route. And I'm open to seeing what kind of surprises or twists they throw in on it, if they do at all. I feel like Mitru has had a pretty big twist, so now I'm kind of expecting a twist after that, but we'll see. Maybe I won't get one. Anyways, guys, I hope you are enjoying the start of the route, and I shall see you in the next episode. Have a good one.